While most European countries after the turn of the century adopted .32, .380, or even 9mm chambered handguns, the Norwegians went big with an 11.25. We know it better as the .45 ACP.
The United States government began looking for a semi-automatic pistol to replace its standard service sidearm, which had been a revolver since the 1850s, and come up with something that was more modern. And since the turn of the century, a plethora of semi-automatic designs with all kinds of interesting features were on the market. And it was widely known that the U.S. since 1907 was looking for a new pistol for the Army. They did a lot of research and development. They had the pistol trials of 1907 that went on for quite a while. And it took a lot of deliberation and testing to select the John Browning design in 1911. Well, the rest of the world was watching and waiting to see what the United States came up with. And the government of Norway was looking to replace their 1893 Nagant revolver with something similar to what the United States was looking for at the same time.
The Norwegians acquired a small quantity, about 300, of the commercial C-prefix Colts, and liked them quite a lot. They liked the gun so much that they wanted to manufacture it themselves, and the place they chose to make the gun was the Königsberg Armory. These guns for many years were referred to as the Kongsberg Colts. The problem, though, is they're not Colts at all, the guns that are made in Norway. The license for John Browning patents in Europe was actually through FN in Belgium. So the guns look like Colts, but they're not Colts.
The major differences are very minor. There's an extended slide latch so that the right-handed shooter's thumb can pull it down without changing his grip on the pistol. Externally, every single part is serial numbered. Apart from that, it's very difficult to tell the difference between them. The remarkable thing about Norway's Model 1914 pistol is the caliber. It's .45 ACP, the same caliber as the United States 1911. Norway was the only country in Europe to adopt the .45. Everybody else in Europe adopted something else. What possessed the Norwegians to pick the .45, which was a caliber that they would have had to set up a new assembly line to make ammunition for it, is one of the mysteries that's now long forgotten.
The gun was manufactured at the Königsberg factory from 1914 until 1948. And each gun is dated so you can see what year the gun was actually manufactured. Now, they didn't make a whole lot of them during the interwar years, the 20s and the 30s. In fact, some years I believe they didn't even manufacture any of the pistols.
Norway doesn't have a big army, and so they didn't need a great many pistols. So the production was stretched out over 20 years at a very modest pace. When the Germans occupied Norway and took over the factory at Kongsberg, they insisted that the Norwegians would continue to provide at least some small arms to the German occupying forces, probably to military police and to other auxiliary troops. And very small numbers of 1914 pistols were produced They're for the Germans and bear German Waffenamt acceptance marks. And they are notable principally because they're even more roughly finished than the standard guns were.